Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to see a very interesting attack in the fried liver attack variation of the two knights defense. This game starts with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4 and knight f6. Now here in this case, this is called the two knights defense because both the knights have been developed. And if black wants to avoid this fried liver attack in this case, he can simply do so by playing bishop c5. It will be totally avoided. Then it will go to the Italian opening or the four knights opening by knight c3, or it may go to the Geico piano by c3 variation. But if black replies with knight f6, then white can go ahead with knight g5. This is called the fried liver attack, and it is having firstly the threat of a knight fork on this with the knight into f7, the forking the queen and the rook. Here black cannot escape directly by moving any piece, because if he moves then he is going to lose. Bishop into f7 will lose one pawn, and after king moves the bishop can simply go back, and after that, as you can see, we already have again a threat of knight fork, so the king has to return back. And here white has gained one pawn plus loss of castling for black. So this is already a winning advantage for white. Now going back to this position, knight g5, black can avoid this trap by playing the move d5. And here black has to again play carefully and cautiously for the next few moves. If you don't know about this, then you have to study it and go ahead into this two knights defense, or else you may get into a headlong into an fried liver attack. So let us see what kind of attack white is going to get. So here black replies d5, and now white can go for e into d5. In this case, knight into d5 is a dubious move which will lead to the fried liver attack. The best move for black would be to play first knight a5, targeting this bishop, so that this bishop won't be able to attack on the king side, as we will see the fried liver attack. And here after knight a5, white can go ahead with bishop b5, black replies c6, d into c6, b into c6, bishop e2, h6 attacking the knight, knight f3, e4 again attacking the knight, white goes to knight e5. As you can see, black is giving continuous threat, so white pretty much doesn't have any options. He has to keep saving it. Bishop d6 attacks the knight, white can go ahead with d4, e into d3 unpleasant, and knight into d3. This position, although one pawn down for black, is having full compensation in the form of development and good attack. Example, queen c7. Here again we are threatening to capture this pawn. If white does castling, then he will be losing this pawn, as well as the position will be shattered because the castling is destroyed a little. So this position, although black is pawn down, has good attacking chances for black, because now black can do castling, and he has good use of his bishops over the lines, and this is really a good attacking position for black. But if in e into d5, if black goes for knight into d5, then he is going to enter into the fried liver attack, and here white goes with a knight sacrifice, knight into f7, and now black has to capture it. There is no other option, because there is a knight fork and he is going to lose, so he has to capture it. King into f7, white goes for queen f3, and now black is in a complicated situation. If he moves the king somewhere back, then he is going to get checkmated. Example, if the king goes to g8, then bishop into d5, queen into d5, queen into d5, bishop e6, queen into e6 is a checkmate. And if black plays king e8, then bishop into d5 wins a piece, along with the attack on this square, checkmate on this square. So this position is pretty much lost for black. He is already in a bad position, and white is already recovered his knight and having a good position. After queen f3, black usually goes for king e6. supporting this knight, and now this knight is already under pin. So we have a very nice attack on this by knight c3. Black usually goes for knight cb4. This is supporting the knight as well as attacking the pawn on c2. Now white goes for castling, and this is a good move. In this position, this is removing our king from the danger and also preparing the rook for launching an attack on the king, which is already in an exposed position. Black has to defend his knight, so he defends it with c6. In this case, if black goes greedy and takes this knight into c2, then he is going to lose the game. White can go ahead with bishop into d5, king d6, bishop b3, opening the line for attack, knight into a1, queen d5 check, king e7, queen into e5, king d7, and queen e6 leads to a checkmate. Now going back to the ninth move after castling, black replies with c6, which is the usual line. Here white has a very good attack with d4. He is sacrificing another pawn, which is actually a venture to open the king and totally expose the king. If he captures the pawn, he is going to lose. For example, he plays e into d4, rook e1 check, king d6, queen g3, king d7, knight into d5, knight into d5, bishop g5, queen b6, queen e5, and you can see black is very behind in development. He is not able to bring out his pieces, and there is a lot of threats along this line. White is threatening this, white is threatening to attack, and lot of attack is there in the center. Black king is squandered. So this position is good and winning for white. Now suppose on d4 move, black takes knight into c2, then he is going to get into further danger. After knight into c2, white goes in d into e5, and here it is almost losing for black. If he takes knight into a1, then it is over here. White simply wins by bringing another attack on this knight, and now he cannot save because this knight is already attacked 4 times. The bishop, knight, queen and rook are attacking, and he cannot bring another support for it, so he is losing. Example, black goes for knight c2, then knight into d5, threatening a discovered attack along with a good attack on the queen as well. So this is a double discovered attack. So example, c into d5, white can go bishop into d5, queen into d5. It's already losing because even if he plays king here, e7, queen f7 is a checkmate. After bishop into d5, queen into d5, white can go ahead with queen into d5, king e7, and now it is already winning, totally winning for white, but there is a very nice beautiful checkmate over here. White goes with bishop g5, check, king e8, and now can you find the best move here? You can pause the video and try to find the best move to win the game. Yes, the best move here is just pawn e6, and now white is threatening to do a checkmate over here, which black cannot avoid in any way. For example, bishop goes for bishop e7, then simply queen sacrifice wins the game. This is a brilliant queen sacrifice. Queen check, queen d8 check, queen into bishop into d8, rook into d8, and it's checkmate. Now on 11th move, when black took the knight into a1 and captured the rook, which was losing for him, he can still continue the game and survive for a few more moves by playing bishop c5. But this also is pretty much losing because white gets still a very stronger attack because of the bad position of the king in the center. Knight into d5, c into d5, and after this nice move bishop g5, white gets again a winning position. This bishop looks like a free piece, but this is actually a trap or attack, you can say. For example, if white takes this queen into g5, then if black takes queen into g5, then white can continue queen into d5, king e7, and queen into c5. with a very good attack, and already it is a winning position for white. He is winning, and in this case, after bishop g5, if black plays bishop e7, bishop e7, then white can go ahead with rook a d1, threatening to attack and also pinning this pawn. Example, bishop into g5, then white can go ahead with rook into d5. If black saves the queen, then rook d6 check, king into e5, and this is leading to checkmate because the king is decoyed outside. Queen check, king f4, g3, king g4, bishop e2, king h3, and queen g2 is checkmate. So this was the fried liver attack, and this leads to a very good attacking position for white. So if black wants to attack, black wants to escape from this attack, he can simply go ahead with the bishop c5 line instead of knight f6, which leads to the two knights defense. But if you want to play, it's a good game. You can try with knight a5 move and escape from this knight into f7 trap line. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do subscribe to my channel. Do share and like my video, and thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.